What is good? What is good? What is good, beautiful people? Of course, you know who I be. Good Doc, Dr. Mike TV. Back again, once again. You should already know, ladies and gentlemen, instant classic in the making. First time to the channel, subscribe, notify, do all the good things, make yourself well versed in the content. Everything you need to know should be listed in the link in the description area below. Ladies and gentlemen, this is probably one of the realest conversations that I've had in a while, but I am so glad that I am at a point in my life where and I can sit down and have this conversation with my people. All right. The good doc's mindset in life is I'm trying to book flights. I'm not trying to book fights. Gentlemen, you have to be careful with the company that you keep. I repeat, I'm trying to book flights, not fights. Please be careful with the company you keep. I think the best way to start this is with a story about a person I would consider to be a friend, even though we may have only known each other for a short period of time. So there was this individual, and I respected the hell out of this guy, right? He was down home. We used to work together and everything like that, but we used to work together in the school system. His job wasn't necessarily a teacher, but what ended up happening is he found himself in trouble. He ended up getting fired from his job. And, when he got fired, the reason he got fired was because his information, his charges, and his crimes were reported on the local city website, right? So it showed his booking picture and then all of the things that he was being charged with. And when I read the charges, I always knew my man was a real one, but he was the type of person that had changed his life around, or somebody I felt, had changed his life around from his previous, from his past and everything, considering he got kids and shit like that. He was trying to be a better person. And even then, I don't judge a person off of what happened. I just kind of felt that when I read the details, I said he would not have done this himself. He had to have done this for somebody else. It had to have been for family. That was my true feelings, and until this day, like I said, I didn't want to get involved in the situation, have him talk about it, all things considering. So for me, I found it best to just, stay out of the personal aspect of it, because all I could do was just read what the charges were. Now, I felt he did that for family. Maybe he was backing up a family member that was probably into something, and he was just there to either help alleviate the situation or provide backup, and it seems as though things just may have gotten out of hand. That's the way I want to believe it, and there's very few things that tell me otherwise. But I say that to say this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to book flights, not fights. Sometimes it's your own family members that'll drag your ass down. Sometimes it's your own people around you that you think have your best interest at heart that'll have you getting into situations like this. Have you throwing hands with somebody that you don't have beef with. Because they got beef with them, you gotta have beef with them, right? And let's not get to talking about the females that a lot of us keep around us that would have us fighting for their honor, even though they may be in the wrong of something that they did. Maybe they said something out of pocket, and the dude responds, and all of a sudden they gonna come to you, the man, to come defend them or come defend their right. That happens more often than not, and I think that's probably why a lot of my fellow brethren are locked up as we speak. I say again, I'm trying to book flights. I'm not trying to book fights. Gentlemen, we have to be careful about the company we keep. I feel that if you're going to surround yourself with a female that's loud and, she's obnoxious and stuff like that, at least if she going to be out there picking fights, she better be willing to throw some blows with you, right? And not just come to you and say, oh, well, he said this and you did this, blah, blah, blah. Nah, you got to be willing to fight your fights, right? Because it sucks to be put in a position like that because, A, if you back down or if you don't fight this guy, you're looked at as a pussy or you're looked at as weak, you're looked at as lesser because it's almost the bravado of being an alpha male where you feel like you got to prove yourself, blah, blah, blah. But if you do it and you get your ass beat, you're still looked at as weak, inferior, etc. And there's always a third option, right? You walk away, you're weak. You get beat up, you're weak. If you win that fight and something bad happens to the person that you fought, there could be charges. Or if there's not charges, there could be retaliation, right? Where people are going to come back for you, to try to get at you. because you either hurt my homeboy or you hurt me, and there ain't no way in hell I'm going down like that. So it's going to be a never-ending story for the most part when it comes to, you know, booking fights, to say the least. Gentlemen, we got to be careful with the company we keep. Everybody's got family members that are probably the black sheep of the family, all right? The people who are the outcasts of the family, right? Everybody's got that particular person in their family. Maybe not in your immediate family. Maybe that's cousin. Maybe somebody of distance. I don't know. That's your family. But it is what it is, all right? Everybody's got that somebody that, you know, maybe you've defended your whole life, or you've been there in their lives, and, you know, you've always taken up for them and stuff like that. I got people in my life that have done that for me. Even though I never put myself in positions where people had to do that for me, I've always had people who have had my back, and you know, that's something you'll always be appreciative of. But, you know, I kind of feel that we surround ourselves with the wrong people, and I'm not just talking about my people, African American people, black culture. No, this is anybody. This could apply to anybody. It happens more prominently probably in my culture than most, but this particular situation applies to all. Anybody can find themselves in a situation like that. Most of the time, it may not even be your blood or your family, or it could be, but it comes from the female standpoint, where you the man feeling you got to defend the honor of the female. We got to be careful with the company you keep. If the young lady that you're dating or the young lady that you're seeing, if she's the one that's going to pick fights for you, do you honestly believe that's the type of woman you need to be dating? I do believe you'll find that a lot more in the West than you will in the East, 100%. I have never been in a relationship with a Filipina or anybody abroad where I felt like she put me in a position where I had to defend her honor, ever. Once upon a time, I did share a story where a girl did try to convince me that her husband was beating up on her, but that was a different situation, right? And those situations are few and far between. I shouldn't say they don't happen, but they happen far less than they would, especially in a place like the West, right? But again, gentlemen, we have to be careful with the company we keep. Family, blood, close friends, females, they can all put us in a position to book fights when all you need to worry about doing is booking flights. There's nothing else you should be thinking about right now if you're a traveler or somebody who's looking to get into traveling or something like that. Because trust me, they will revoke your passport. You'll probably be in jail if you get caught doing some really fucked up things. And not only that, if you haven't gotten your passport, but now you got a charge on your record, you're not going to get a passport to be able to leave anyways. And I don't think that's a life for anybody. I truly don't. I don't wish that on my worst enemy, y'all. I don't wish that on my worst enemy. So I leave you with this. We have to be careful with the company we keep, gents. I promise you, if you're not careful with the people you keep around you, or the people, family or not, they will find a way to get you in trouble. They will find a way to drag you into their bullshit. Trust me, female, family or not, they will find a way to drag you into their bullshit. Because not everybody has your best interest at heart. Alright? I want y'all to marinate on that one. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please feel free to share, like, comment, and subscribe. This has been the Good Doc, man. Y'all know what time it is. Time for the Good Doc to go and get the getting. So with that being said, Good Doc is officially out. At least Nako Alam, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Makita. Mabuhay. Peace.